So Gene did an interview and mentioned that based on his history with law enforcement, that Keefe D's house must have been bugged, and that he must have said something implementing himself into that Tupac shooting for them to raid his house like that. Did you see where he said that?
Yeah. I wish probation officers, parole officers, correctional officers stay out of police and FBI agents' business. Really do. Because they don't be knowing what the fuck they talking about most of the time. Because they ain't never worked the streets. And they ain't never had set in. They just, only thing they do is, hey, mister, you need to come and piss in the bottle today. Hey, why did you go out of town when you supposed to not been out of town? Hey, you need to get a job and go to work and all of that. That's their jobs. They don't know nothing about law enforcement and investigations. Just like that idiot goes and say a proffer agreement can't be taped. Where? Where does it says that? Because Keefe D said that? And now everybody want to reiterate that? Oh, that's illegal. Greg Gady should be in jail because the proffer agreement shouldn't be taped. Oh my God. Man. Y'all got to remember who y'all hearing stuff from. Yeah, okay. Reggie, you the crooked cop. A crooked cop that nobody from Compton has ever said Reggie did something crooked to them. All these Compton dudes on YouTube. I never heard one of them say it. But, all you out of town trolls like to say you crooked. Okay, whatever. Because I hang around dudes I grew up with that make you crooked, then I'll take that. Let somebody come and say I handcuffed them and whooped their ass. Let somebody come and say I took and planted dope on them. Let somebody say I stole some money from them. Let somebody say I lied on them and created some false information. That's crooked. But just because you fuck on niggas, sisters and all of that grew up around you and all of that, and you cool with the gangbangers and all of that's crooked, then y'all miss me with that BS. So my point to that is, and to answer John's question, house bugged for 30 years or 27 years or even since he started doing interviews, man, you got to get a search warrant to do that. Police can't just go and have bugs in your house illegally and man, the stuff that y'all let these people come up and say because y'all conspirators, and I'm not saying all of y'all, because I know a lot of y'all got sense. I know most of the ones that are going to comment to say something negative are pretty much conspirators and idiots, in my opinion. But hey, okay, if you believe that the police can just outright plant bugs and get into their house and plant bugs into their house and all of that, and something's going to be said and that can be used against them in the court of law, okay, all right. Ain't nothing I can say to you but say, okay, you's an idiot. Keep it pushing, bro. So Gene just be saying, man, I done told y'all, this dude just ran out of content. He needed to stick to the Biggie stuff. Leave the Tupac stuff alone. Go try to solve that. Be smart enough like the Reg and pull the nigga out that was involved in Biggie's murder and get him to talking and damn near get a conviction after 20. It took 27 years. But we got it. It's coming. Well, I ain't gonna say a conviction. I ain't putting my reputation on the line about a conviction yet. But I definitely put my reputation about an indictment. And it's gonna be so now I know all of y'all. Oh, anybody can get an indictment. Anybody can get an indictment. Yeah, it don't take much to get an indictment. But trust me. Just like y'all senator, for those of y'all that's smart, that understand, I ain't gonna say the names or anything like that. But just like Atlanta DA elected not to take a few people to court that on the Donald Trump case, that for whatever reason elected not to take it. That's what DAs do. They only take cases that the grand jury recommends giving an indictment on cases that they can win. And so when Keefe get put in no handcuffs and all of that, you better believe that they believe they had enough evidence to convince a jury to convict them. So all the YouTubers and all these people that's out here talking about it ain't gonna happen. Oh, I already know y'all defense now. Well, it don't take much to get an indictment. Okay, yeah, they indict, but they ain't gonna never convict them. But yeah, they gonna keep talking about the subject for 2 years. Y'all need to check YouTubers and interviewers that turn out to be wrong. I swear, if Keefe D don't get indicted, I will leave these subjects and YouTube alone. I bet you they won't say that. I bet you none of them won't say that. But, okay. Y'all still gonna run over there and give them views and all of that. The ones that's saying, he's not gonna get an indictment, anybody can get an indictment. That's gonna be their story. Oh yeah, well he got indicted, but anybody can get an indicted. All right. And then they can go on for 2 more years until he get convicted or not. Like I said, I'll reiterate again, I'm not so sure about a conviction, but definitely believe it, but guarantee he will be indicted shortly, real soon. Now, John, once again, I forgot your main course of your question, so ask it again or tell me what I said if I didn't answer your question.
No, just Gene speculating that Keefe D's house was bugged and that he must have said something about the incident for them to be able to reinvestigate the case or to even raid his house.
All right. So, yeah, my point is, the motherfucker's a probation officer or parole officer or whatever. He don't know what the he's talking about. And then 2, that just don't make sense, y'all. Now, I'm not saying now, after they done been all through his house and they done raided his house for a search warrant, that they might not left a mic or something in there. I ain't saying that. But he's saying the reason for the search warrant was for because of something that they done overheard Keefe D saying. That was not the reason, y'all. It was just to prove a lie on something that he has said or something that he has omitted, such as in his book, in his interviews, or stuff like that. They already done found, and we already done found that he's very meticulous, and he has everything like a groupie on the Tupac subjects. That could have been for research, for doing interviews, or for his book, but it don't look good